Steve Mignani here for Astor Auctioneers Great Texas Mopar Horde Estate Sale Event with this, item number 34, a 1963 Chrysler Imperial. But something kind of important on this car, well, the tip of the iceberg is this right here. Department of the Navy, Dallas, Texas, 6'5". According to the family that owned this car, the Haneys, this car was purchased by John Haney with the understanding that this was Lyndon Baines Johnson's personal driver on his Texas ranch here in Texas. So it's likely this car was owned by LBJ. There were photographs and some documents to support that notion. I'm not guaranteeing it here, but it's a likelihood. We'll put it like that. With that said, it's a pretty good example of a 63 Imperial. Okay, good. We'll peek under there. The 413 V8, there it is. Yeah, there it is, the 413. Factory air conditioning, power brakes, of course, power steering, of course. This is an Imperial after all. Great car. These are body on frame in 1963 still. Inside, let's go here. This may well be where LBJ planted himself to drive this car around. Inside, we'll open the door. And this is a leather interior. And I'll go around to the other side. But here we have the push-button torque flight on the left-hand side of the steering wheel. All of the original dashboard and instruments are there. And most importantly, something I've never seen on an Imperial before is radio delete right here, which does support the notion this is a fleet car because, well, you know, you don't buy a radio if you're driving people around. That's for entertainment. This is a purposeful vehicle. There is rust. If you look under the gas pedal, or what it used to be, there's a hole right there. This car definitely has some rust issues. But again, this car's most important thing, I think, is its potential LBJ connection. Let's go to the rear of the car, open the trunk. So we find here, and of course, this is the 63, the final year for this styling cycle. And in the trunk, okay, raccoons. A horde of little bandits lived in here at some point in time. I would assume there's probably some significant floor rust in this car. But again, as cars go, yeah, there's some rust right there, a hole. It could be a lot worse. But I think the story with this one, assuming that it is an LBJ car, that's its importance. Here we see some rust getting ready to happen. And again, if this was Massachusetts, this would have been what you've seen in 1980, and by now this car would have been a pile of dust. So here it is, you know, an interesting 1963 Chrysler Imperial with probable LBJ lineage. Bid accordingly.